This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening. You're able to hear my voice, Mr. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So in today's session, I will show how to install the operating system, Linux operating system. So we completed in the last sessions. We completed what is Linux, the features of Linux operating system, and file system hierarchy of Linux we discussed in the last sessions. And what are the partitions, what are the compulsory partitions in Linux, and what are the recommended partitions in Linux that we discussed in the last session. And today I'll show you how to install operating system. Okay, so to install the operating system, we have different methods. In different ways, we can install the operating system. Now, you already have Windows operating system. You don't want to remove that, but you want Linux operating system. See, you have Windows operating system and you want to install Linux operating system. Means one method is first remove Windows operating system, uninstall it, format your hard disk, then install Linux operating system using bootable pen drive or external hard disk. That is one method. Second method is you want two operating systems. Windows operating system you want as well as Linux operating system you want. So then also first remove Windows operating system, format your entire hard disk. Then install Windows operating system. Assume you have 1 TB hard disk. So 500 GB is assigned to Windows and operating system is installed and the remaining space is called non-DOS partition. Right. There you can install Linux operating system. But in the second method, in the first method and the second method, what is the problem is you are losing your operating system. You are formatting entire hard disk, then only you are installing the operating system. Even in your second method also, when you are reinstalling two operating system, so first we will format our hard disk. So in that scenario also, we are missing our previous data. You don't want like that. You want your Windows operating system, you want your Windows machine, but still you want to install Linux for practical purpose. Just for practicing you want Linux operating system. In this scenario, no need to remove your Windows operating system. So what to do is install VMware software. There is a software called virtual machine. We have a software called virtual machine. Okay, so this is virtual machine software, VMware software. So install this VMware software. If you have Windows 10 operating system, means install VMware version 15, workstation 15. If you have Windows 11, means you can install either workstation 16 or 17 you can install. Okay, if you don't have that VMware software, if you cannot download, we will share the links, you can download from there. So now, assume you installed VMware software. So how to install this VMware software means it is nothing, just next finish. Just get one setup file, VMware setup file. Like this you will get the setup file. Okay, so here this once you double click on the setup file, next finish, you can install the VMware software. So once you open the VMware software, this is the view you can see. So what is the use of this VMware means it is used to create virtual computer. You don't want to install another operating system. I mean, you don't want to purchase another computer just for installing the operating system, Linux operating system. You don't want to purchase another computer, right? But you want to do the practice. So in that scenario, we can use this virtual machine. So what is the use of this? Means here you can create a computer virtually. You cannot touch physically, but using physical computer, what you can do, everything you can do with virtual computer. Fine, you're getting my point what I'm explaining? Mr. Roy
Yes,
and Omkar, you're getting what I'm explaining?
yes, ma'am.
Fine. Omkar, Mr. Omkar,
Yeah, yeah, got it.
done. Fine. So now this is my virtual machine. Here I can create a computer. So to create a computer, click on create a new virtual machine. This is one option. Or click on file. There you can see new virtual machine. Anything you can use. Say for example, new virtual machine. Click on this. So here typical. Next. And I will install the operating system later. Select the last option. Next. Now, which operating system you want to install? See, using
Ma'am,
this virtual yeah, tell me.
please enlarge the screen. It's very small.
Screen, yeah, okay. So now here it is showing the operating system, whether you want to install Windows or Linux, which you want to install, it is showing. Now, using this virtual computer, I want to install Linux operating system. So select Linux. Next. I'm repeating again one more time. Click on create virtual machine. Then click on typical. After installing VMware software, just open VMware software, click on create virtual machine. Then select typical. Next. Now I will install the operating system later. Next. Which operating system you want to install? Linux you want to install. Next. And now where you want to install this Linux operating system, select the location. In my hard disk, this is PC. In my hard disk, I have three partitions. In my second partition, it means in my D drive, there is space. So select the partition where you have space. Now, make a new folder and create a folder with any name. So I created a folder. Done. Next. So how much space you want to use for this virtual machine? I want to use 40 GB space. Remember, I'm creating virtual computer. Logically, I'm creating one computer. Instead of purchasing another PC, I'm creating a virtual computer. So where I'm creating in my hard disk itself, I'm creating with the help of this VMware software. And for that computer, I'm using 40 GB space. I'm taking 40 GB space from my hard disk. Store virtual disk as a single file. Select this option. Store virtual disk as a single file. Next. Finish. Done. Virtual computer is created with 1 GB RAM, 1 processor and 40 GB hard disk. So virtual computer is created. Why we created this virtual computer? To install Linux operating system so that you can use this Linux operating system for practical purpose, right? So now next option, click on CD or DVD. Now select use ISO image file. And before this, first download Linux operating system file. Download Linux operating system file. Copy the file somewhere in your computer. Okay, so you can download Linux file. Otherwise, I will send you the links. You can download from the links. So what to do? First copy ISO image file, operating system file in your computer, anywhere in your computer. Then what to do? Click on CD or DVD. Click on this option. Okay, then select use ISO image file. Now browse the location where you copied your Linux image file and now click on OK. Done. Generally, direct installation if you want to do means what we do, we insert pen drive or we insert DVD. right? We are not doing direct installation. We are installing the operating system in virtual machine. So that is the reason we just selected the path where we copied ISO image. Hope you are clear what I am explaining. If you are not clear any point, please ask me. I will repeat. If you are unable to ask me, just message me here itself in the chat. I will repeat all the concepts. As I told you, my student should be perfect in all the concepts. Linux is very easy, right? Anything you are not clear, you are not getting anything, you can ask me, I will respond. Okay, now click on power on this virtual machine. Click on this. Now here you have many options. Select first option, install or upgrade an existing system, so that we can install the operating system. Second option is to install the operating system with basic video drivers. You don't want to install the operating system with basic drivers. You want complete installation. So don't go with the second option. Third option is for troubleshooting purpose. We are not doing troubleshooting. We are installing the operating system. So not this option. Boot from local drive. Already you have an operating system. Second operating system, if you are installing Linux, we go with this option. No, we are not even doing that. Memory test is to check whether space is there in your hard disk or not. No, you don't want that also. So go with the first option, install or upgrade an existing system. Enter.
Madhuri ma'am,
Yeah, ask me.
could you please enlarge your screen? It's very small.
Yeah, now it will get increased as we are in starting, right? So that is the reason it is
Okay.
showing like this. Now is it clear? Screen?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Next, once we install the operating system, I can increase the font size. So select install or upgrade an existing system. Next is select skip option by using tab button. Here keyboard and mouse will not work. Use tab button to select skip option. Use tab button and click on skip. These steps I will send you. No need to worry. Steps also I will send. Now here click on next. Now here select language English. Default, by default we use this language only, right? If you want you can select other language also. Select language English. Now keyboard type US English. Now here select the option basic storage device. There are two options. Basic storage device, when you are installing Linux operating system in your normal desktop PC or laptop, where you have SATA hard disk, PATA hard disk or SSD hard disk, we go with this option. If you are installing Linux operating system in RAID hard disk, SCSI hard disk, like server hard disk, separate hard disk, CAN hard disk, if you are installing means, there we go with the second option. But generally in our home PCs or office PCs, we go with the first option only, basic storage device. Right? Then next. Now click on S discard any data. Now enter host name. Host name can be anything. When you are doing practicals, you can give any host name. Host name is nothing but computer name. You can give your name also. Example, I'm giving durgasoft.in. I'm giving the host name. You can give your name also. Host name means computer name. Now select time zone. Asia, Kolkata. I just selected on map. You can select from here also. If you can't find in map means you can select from here also. Okay, now next. And next is enter root password. Confirm password. Here point to be note, while installing the operating system, it automatically creates super user account. Super user is named as root. Super user, super user login name is root. Super user is nothing but administrator. As you know that super user means administrator in Linux. Okay, so while installing the operating system, it automatically creates super user account, and super user login name is what? Root. Okay, so it already root account is created and it is just asking for the password. Enter password and confirm the password. Point clear? Root is nothing but super user login name, and I give the password. You can give any password while installing the operating system, and I give the password with 6 characters. That is the reason it is showing weak password. Still I want to continue with the same. Now here select create custom layout option. Select create custom layout. Okay, because you want to create the partitions as per your requirement. You want to create the partitions. Okay, so use all space means using total available space, it will create the partitions. If you use replace existing Linux system means if already Linux is there, it automatically uses that space and it creates the partition. Shrink current system means after create already assume already partitions are there. If remaining free space is there in the partition means it will separate that space. There it installs and there it creates Linux partitions. You don't want like that also. Now, use free space. If there is any free space, using that space, it will create the partitions. You don't want to use this all. You don't want to use this all options. You want to create the partitions as per your requirement. You don't want automatic partitions. So select the last option, create custom layout. Now here it is showing the free space. Click on free, create. Now select standard partition. Partitions we have standard partition, rate partitions and logical volumes. First I will show now how to create standard partitions. In further classes I will show how to create rate partitions and logical volumes also. Create. Now click on mount here. Select slash from mount point. Okay. Now enter the size. How much space you want for your forward slash. Forward slash is what? Our parent directory. I'm giving 10 GB space. 10,000 means 10 GB. Okay. Now click on free. Create standard partition. I'm creating partitions. Now under mount point, select slash boot. Select slash boot from mount point. And the size is your wish 200 to 500 MB. Space you can give to your slash boot. I'm giving 400 MB. Example. Slash boot is used to store what? Bootable files and kernel. Next again select free. Now click on create. Now select standard partition. Create. Now under mount point select slash home. Now enter the size. How much space you want to give for home directory. I'm giving 10 GB space to my home directory also. Now again still free space is there. Click on free. This video recording you will get through to your mail, and while installing the operating system or while creating the partitions, if you have any issues you can ping me. They will add you into telegram group. Ask them to add you into telegram group. So they will add you into telegram group. So once you added, if you have any doubts regarding practicals you can ping me there. I will respond. Okay. Now
Okay.
done. Now under file system type, select swap from file system type. Now enter the size. Swap size is twice the RAM, double of the RAM. Now, okay. partitions are created. Still space is there. Okay, now I don't want to use this space now because I want to use this space after entering to the operating system. There I want to create partitions using this space. So I'm not using this space now. Now, next, format, write changes to disk. Now, next. Now here select desktop option. If you select desktop option while installing the operating system, if you select desktop option means after entering to the operating system, we can see desktop. If you switch on your computer means you can see desktop, same like Windows PC. If you don't select desktop option, nothing will happen. But when you install the operating system, after entering to the operating system, everything it will display in command line interface only. But now we selected desktop option, so we can use both GUI mode and CLI mode. Both we can use. I will show this after entering to the operating system. I will show what is the use of selecting this desktop here. I'll show that. And I'm not selecting remaining options. The servers I'm not selecting now because I want to install it separately one by one, and I want to explain the purpose of each server. So I'm not installing anything now. I just selected desktop. Now, next. Now installation process is started. It will copy all the files. Done. It is copying the files.
Hello, hello.
So installation is completed. You're able to hear my voice?
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
audible.
Yeah, yeah. Click on reboot. Now forward. Forward means next. License agreement. Forward. Now here username means normal user. While installing the operating system, it automatically creates root account. Root is nothing but super user. Super user means administrator. So to administrator, there is a separate login name in Linux, that is root. So root account is already created. We just generated password to that account. Right. Now this is normal user. Name can be anything. You can give any name. See, for example, I'm giving Jack. It creates a user with Jack name. And password can be anything. I'm just giving single character password. Forward. S. Date and time. Forward. OK. Finish. So installation is completed. This is to install Linux operating system. Now once Linux is installed, now when you switch on your computer, here it is showing durgasoft.in. Can you tell me what is this durgasoft.in?
This is host
Yes,
name. Host
hostname.
name.
Very good. This is hostname. Hostname. So this is hostname. And what is this Jack?
This is a username. We created user.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. User which we created manually, but you want to log in as a super user. Super user name is not listed here. Now what to do? Click on other. Now here you can enter super user name, root, login, password. This I will show in tomorrow's session. Today is up to OS installation only. So installation links I will send you. You can install through that links. Okay. Is this clear today? How to install the operating system is clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, clear.
Done. So ask them to add you in the Telegram link so that I will send you the links there. I'll forward the links. OS link and VMware link I will send. Okay. Ask management to counselor to add you into the group. Okay, Mr. Omkar and Jitendra Roy.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
okay,
I'm
sure.
already in
I
the
will ask.
group.
Done.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, ask.
I'm already in the group. Please send the link.
You're already in the group. You
Yeah.
added into Telegram group.
Yeah,
Yeah, fine. I
already
will send.
joined.
Yeah, I will send right. All already. I will send now.
Oh,
Okay. Thank you for the session. We'll meet tomorrow by 8 p.m.
Thank you,
okay,
ma'am.
sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, okay.
Uh, yeah, ask Omkar. Ask.
Previous class I did not attend that.
No
Already
issues.
asked.
You just get take the recordings. Uh,
Okay,
Whenever I have some time, I will take the sessions for you. I will explain. No worries.
okay, sure. Thank
Yeah. Not only previous session, coming classes or anything. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I will explain. No issues in it.
you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. That's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow.
Okay.